evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Welcome to this midnight edition of the Friday Night Chaos Stream. We are starting late for a very special reason. We have with us tonight a very special guest. Why is this guest special, you're saying? Because this guest is with us all the time. No, 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 no. This guest is coming from a special location. What location, you ask? We're going to reveal it to you as soon as we get to that guest. Scooby, why are you introducing people this way, you say? It's a new night. We're doing it a new way. But that having been said, we're going to back it up and we're going to go old school because I want you guys to remember this is the Chaos Stream. Nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to. That having been said, let's go through our panel and we're going to see who's with us tonight. Now, as always, you have to follow the people as I read them off because what you see on your screen is not the same that appears on my screen. And if you're not subscribed to these people yet, please do subscribe to them because these people are what make the Friday Night Chaos Stream chaotic. I'm just the MC. That having been said, let's go through who we got with us tonight. Now, starting off on my left, we have with us tonight an adorable young man. He truly touches my soul like no other. Seriously. I could be in the shittiest of shit moods. Seriously, peanut encrusted all day. And this kid, oh my God, it's like just a ray of sunshine hearing him giggle. I have with us, of course, Tara's little brother, American Kelvin. How are you, Kelvin?
Yeah, up you too.
Such a great kid he is, truly. And, of course, we have with us tonight, as always, a great, great guy. It's a pleasure to stream with this gentleman. Not only is he a fellow paisan, but he's an icon. He's a living example of history. And seriously, if you do not know who this man is, shame on you. Bobby, how are you, brother? It's good to have you with us.
How you doing tonight?
Alive. That's all you can
Ladies
ask
and
for.
gentlemen and all ships at sea, how are you?
Nice. Kids, Google that. Seriously, learn something. Oh, beautiful.
People don't know what that's from. There was you know who the gentleman was years and years ago who used to say, what did he say? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and all ships at sea from coast to coast and something.
Yeah.
I think these young guys aren't know who that was.
That was Walter Winchell.
Bing. You got it. He also was on the old Untouchables. He used to introduce the beginning of the Untouchables, and he was a narrator on the Untouchables.
For Elliot Ness. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember very well.
He always spoke with a hat on, too. Nice. That was good.
And, of course, coming from his special location tonight we have with us, you guys should know at this point. And if you don't know, then you're not in the know. We have with us your boy, Pat. Pat, how are you?
I'm doing good. Like I said, a little jet lagged, but I'm here.
How was the flight? That's what I'm curious about.
The flight was all right. It was just when I was in Dallas Fort Worth, it was just a long ass. Oh, excuse me. It was a long.
You can cut.
Yeah,
He hears worse.
It was a layover. Cause like I said, it took about 4 hours before my flight here could actually happen. Cause I flew out from Texarkana to Dallas Fort Worth, and I had to stay there for until 7 o'clock, and then take this ride on over to Gainesville. And like I said, I'm finally making it up in here. I know a lot of people saying well, this is terror right here. Ooh, why is this black man?
Yes, it's said.
Well, that was what I was getting at with the special location because right now you're live from Terracen's kitchen.
No, my living room.
Your living room?
This media archive says, Tara, did a large black man eat you for protein and then go to the gym?
Oh, nice.
And they also said, Tara looks gangsta tonight.
Oh, man. Gotta love these kids. They got great senses of humor. They really do. So, actually, Tara, I wanted to ask, what do you got on the menu? Because I know you're cooking over there.
I was.
All right. Well, what got cooked?
Cube steak, rice, gravy, and black-eyed peas.
Pat, I'm very jealous right now.
I know.
Seriously, that sounds
I
damn good.
haven't tested it yet because, like I said, I just got here and I'm relaxed out. Like in a few moments, I will.
Right, definitely. Well, manja geese the car, brother. Seriously, that sounds really good.
Tomorrow night
Oh,
we're
yeah.
having jambalaya,
See,
and then
Yeah.
then Sunday night we're having potato soup.
see, I'm not used to any of that stuff. Like Bobby, you know the stuff I'm used to. Like me on Sunday, it's Pajola Mianga. You know,
I don't understand anything she just said. Where she from Mississippi or something? Hey,
Florida,
what?
Work tomorrow.
Florida.
And you
She's
gotta
from
go
Florida.
to
And I gotta go to
Yeah, we're all over the country.
I never heard of that stuff.
It's good. It's good. It's really good. There's actually a place by me up over in Amityville called Giacomo Jack's. He's Sicilian by way of New Orleans, so he makes Sicilian style Cajun food or Cajun style Sicilian food, depending. But he would make this mussels marinada fra diavolo. Oh, Maron. Seriously, you'd smell this cooking, your eyes would water. But you know, like you're drawn to it, like a moth to a flame. It's just delicious food.
I'm not too keen on Southern food. I was stationed down in Memphis, Tennessee, one time at the Navy base down in Millington. And we went out one night, and I got a dinner and stuff. And these mashed potatoes, I said to the waitress, I sent them back. I said, these mashed potatoes are horrible. She says, they're not mashed potatoes, they're grits. I said, what in the world is grit? I said, yes, they are very gritty. What is this? She said, no, they're grits. How many grits? I said, you know what, give me some mashed potatoes or some French fries, but because I can't eat this stuff.
I developed a love and an affinity for Southern food. When I was in college, I went upstate to Utica, New York, and the guy that I was living with was from Tallahassee, Florida. And you know, he talked on this right here. You know, he sounded like Les Claypool, and he used to he'd cook all that shit. He's like, you know, I come in and I'm like, what the hell is that smell? He's like, crawdad. I'm like, what the fuck is crawdad? I didn't know that was crayfish.
There you are.
But yeah, he was making crayfish. And I'll be damned if a lot of that southern food is really delicious, but I developed a love for it in college living with this guy. Seriously, if you get the chance.
Spicy. My food's got to be spicy for some reason. I just can't taste it.
Oh yeah, southern food. The food that Kara cooks is spicy as hell. Believe me. When we were all in D.C. last September, oh, she hooked it up beautifully. The food was delicious. Burnside ate all of it.
Yes.
I got a taste of it. He ate everything. He's like a friggin' Hoover.
I'd be at work at 8:30.
Speaking of which, where is he? Tell me he's in the fridge again.
I'd be up by 7.
Knowing me, if you know me, I'll probably be up around 3 o'clock.
Count, shut up. You talk too much.
What up?
Burnside can eat his holiday out of the house.
Now,
Ugh. So, Count, since Tara's not looking at the chat, what are they saying? Anything?
You know, I'm used to getting
Let me go check.
Thank you. Yeah, because I can't see what they're saying right now. I don't have it up in front of me. Sorry, guys. I know it's my stream. They're like, why didn't you have it open? This computer's a piece of shit.
Oh, I got it. I got it open. I found it. It's a blue thing on top here.
Yeah.
Usually around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, depends on the night.
Well, you got two on two votes. Two up, two down.
Don't break apart.
Cool. It's the end of an inning. Wait, that's 3 up and 3 down.
Liz comes from Lawrence. Tara, did he disconnect?
Hey, where'd he go?
I'm telling you, he's in the fridge again. He hit me up in the side chat. Oh, he's having trouble with his Wi-Fi again.
Who's that? Himmler?
Yeah. He's having trouble with his Wi-Fi, and hopefully it works because he's the one that's like running the stream tonight. If it crashes, we're screwed because that means the stream crashes. And my computer isn't. Yeah, my computer don't work that good.
I think what a Burnside ain't here. The whole thing goes down.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Well, he's fixing it right now, so we're good. Fingers crossed. But
yeah, Tara already told me that she told y'all about the whole thing that went.
Everyone else hasn't heard.
That went down. That went down at the airport.
Oh yeah, I want to hear this.
Oh my God. So if you look at me right now, I'm sitting right here. I'm dressing like this thing right here with a pair of OU shorts on and all that right here. But I'm just walking through the airport, and you know me, like I said, looking the way down. So this lady sees me, and she just starts freaking loud, like, "Oh my God, it's Michael Strahan!" I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, no, lady, I'm not Michael Strahan, but I wish I was. Like, oh man, you sure it is you? It's you. I'm like, I know I get that a lot with this big giant ass gap I got right here and things like that. But she saw up and down and all that right there, and I had to. Like, you know what? I gotta go catch my flight now. I just went to walking, and this lady's like following behind me. I had to hide in the damn bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, this really chased me like I'm this dude right here. Like, I wish I was Michael Strahan. You know, Michael Strahan money and shit like that. But
yeah,
I get
what
like.
is it?
Yeah, he showed me a picture of what the guy looked like, and I'm like, no, you're prettier.
And I'm like, I'm in the thing, but you know, Michael Strahan, like what, 6'5", and I'm sitting right here, I'm like, what, 5'9", 5'10", and shit like that. We ain't just like that. Besides, you know, we black, we muscular, and we got this big ass gap and shit like that.
Yeah, it's fun, you know, when people mistake people for other people, because a buddy of mine is a guitarist. And this girl came up to him when we were on the train going back from Manhattan. I'll never forget this. And she's talking to him, and she's telling him, "Oh, my God, I've seen you perform. I love your shows, this, that, and the third. I love your albums." And he goes, "Oh, thank you, this, that, and the third." And she starts talking to him about shit. And he's like, "Those aren't my songs." And she's like, "Wait, aren't you Corey Taylor?" She was convinced that my friend was the lead guitarist from Slipknot. And yeah, no, that ain't me. He's the guitarist. He's now the guitarist for Monochromatic. I think it's Monochromatic Black is the name of his band. I don't fucking know. But at the time, he was the guitarist for Another Day Dies, or This Life We Live, or As I Lay Dying. He was in all three at the same time. And she goes, "Oh, okay, I'm not familiar with them. Have a nice day." He's cursing at me, and he's punching me. You know, he got all mad. He's punching me in the shoulder and shit. He's like, "Motherfucker!" I'm like, "Asshole, you should have just told her you were Corey Taylor and took her home with you." What's the matter with you? That's too funny. So she literally was chasing you through the airport?
Oh man, it's like yeah, to the back, like I told you, like I said, I had to dip and dodge, and I had to go into the bathroom. Like, yeah, I gotta wait here for a while. Like, I think the only thing I really hate is, like I said, I didn't get a video of it.
You know, I had somebody come up to me once in Manhattan, and they thought I was an actor, and I told them no, and because they wanted my autograph.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends at the time said, "You should have given them the autograph." And I go, "What for?" And they're like, "You know, to make them feel good about themselves." I go, "Yeah, but what if they go and try to sell that autograph in a few years?" I said, "You know, I don't want to do that to the person, you know, make them look like a fool. Plus, they find out they didn't really meet the celebrity." And can you imagine, like, if they asked to take a picture with me, too?
Mm-hmm.
Like, "Yeah, look, I got a picture with so-and-so." Yeah, that ain't him. That's just some guy.
No.
Oh, Mo Howard.
That's how I was with this lady right here. It's like, yeah, shit, yeah. As much as I would like to be like Michael Strahan and shit like that. Like, nah, lady, I ain't him.
Yeah, you're prettier.
Mo Howard, he says, "You're funny today, Kel." No, this was about actually 20 years ago. The girl who came up to me, she did all that squeaky shit, like where they screech. It was right after The Mummy came out. She thought I was fucking Brendan Fraser. Because we're the same height and same build, and yes, I can see that there's a fucking resemblance. And Kel, thank you for laughing. What about you, Bobby? You ever had something like that happen to you?
What? Was somebody thought I was somebody else?
Yeah, you never had somebody think you were a celebrity or something?
I think one time some guy said I looked like, what the hell is that again? Robert Blake. I don't know if I look like Robert Blake or not. Does anybody remember Robert Blake?
Yeah, I remember. I'm actually, I'm 40. I'm the youngest of 7. So my father, if he was still with us, he would have probably been about 85 this year, 84. So I grew up, my oldest sibling is going to be 60. So I grew up with, basically the youngest of an older generation. Yeah, my father, we watched a lot of things like that. A lot of things with Robert Blake. Basically, my father would watch, if it was a Western and it had like Jason Robards in it, Lee Marvin, things of that nature.
I just watched Lee Marvin last night, Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, like things like that I used to watch when I was a kid. My father, he was a Navy man, so yeah.
So was mine. My father was Navy too.
My father was he was a UDP on the Valley Forge in Korea. So yeah, I grew up in that sort of a household. Like I that's part of the reason I became friendly with Burnside is because I told him, I'm a second generation American, and the way I was raised is my father would get me and my brother up out of bed every morning, and we'd have to go outside for revelry to raise the flag. And he wanted us home for dinner before sundown for taps and to lower the flag. That's how he was. And we had to do the 12 folds. The old man was really, he was harsh on that shit. My brother was an altar boy. I was an altar boy only for about 2 weeks before the Monsignor called the house and said, Junior, you got to come pick up your kid. Your oldest son had him in here with the food color and die in the communion wafers. It's no good. We can't have him here. So my career as an altar boy was short-lived.
I was an altar boy.
Good. You weren't groomed to be a pedo.
Should we take this as an insult or what?
I've been taking over.
Yeah, you lucky bastard. That dog is so awesome. He's a cuddler. I don't know. I never really had no problem with no priest trying to diddle around with me.
I never did either. I don't know where this shit came from. I was an altar boy, Cub Scouts for I don't know how many years, Little League baseball the whole time, Little League football the whole time. I really don't remember any of that kind of stuff though. And neither did my friends. I don't know. When did this shit start coming around? Has it always been there?
You know what it is? I'll be completely honest with you. I think that I lucked out because every priest or deacon I ever dealt with was a military chaplain. And all my scoutmasters were all ex-military.
They were just afraid of your dad, that's all.
No. My father would sit there and talk with these men for hours. You got to realize, my father actually, when he was on ship, one of the guys that one of the scoutmasters that I had, it wasn't that they were on the ship at the same time, but that scoutmaster had also been on the Valley Forge. So he and my father were, they were very friendly. They would talk about that sort of shit. And when I was in scouts, we would go camping, and you had the same thing. You had to be up at dawn. The scoutmaster would come up and stand over you, and he would have 2 pots. And if you weren't up when the sun was up, because they would have the bugler play, and you had to be up when the bugle played, the minute that last note was done, he would walk up and down the line with the 2 pots, clanging them together. And you got up. And the first thing we would do, you get up, and this is the thing. We had a few snowflakes in the troop back then because they complained that they were like running it militarized. Because we get up and the first thing before breakfast, you do a run. Yeah. Do a run, you come back, you collect the wood for the fire because they're already cooking breakfast, and you got to get the keep the fire going for lunch. After you pile those cords of wood, then you can eat. And then after that, you go down to the river, you throw the lines in because you got to catch the fish for lunch, and you're cleaning the fish too. That's how he ran his troop. You tell that to these snowflakes now, my God, oh no, you can't do that to these kids. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want these kids doing nothing. That's the problem. That's the reason that these kids are all such sissy Marys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're very sissy kids today. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
What's a lot of this video too? I mean, when I was a kid, there was no video of any kind. You went outside and played.
Yeah.
We had no video stuff. The TV belonged to the old man, and it was just a black and white television set.
Yeah. My nephews were horrified when I told them. One of them was bitching. He says to me, he's like, I want to get an air conditioner. I go, I'm happy for you. He's like, well, you got an air conditioner. I'm like, I own the house, asshole. And he's like, well, it's not fair, it's not right, this, that, and the third. And I told him, I said, hey, look, the air conditioner is in your grandmother's room. That's the first part. I said, because she's a stroke survivor, and, she's an older woman. I said, second off, when I was a kid, when I would talk to your grandfather about getting an air conditioner, he'd say, I got an above ground pool. That's what it's for. Go in the pool if you're hot. Seriously. That's why we had a pool. Was specifically that reason. You're hot, go in the pool. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. Well, we live right next to Lake Michigan. We just go to Cal Beach, go swimming in the lake.
Oh, we couldn't go swimming in the ocean because by me, we got the sewage runoff right by me. You go over there. We used to call it Needle. It was called Needle Beach for two reasons. One for the junkies, and the other was for the shit that was washing up on shore.
And where you live at, doesn't some of the water catch fire sometimes?
No. That's Manhattan. That's the East River. Thank God.
I fire. Okay.
I avoid that friggin'. I avoid Manhattan like the plague. Seriously. The only boroughs I usually ever go into are Brooklyn and Queens. I keep it simple. I stay to my island. Yeah.
That's an island? I don't even know what New York looks like. Most of New York is island, isn't it?
If you look, you can literally look on the New York Islanders jersey. Brooklyn and Queens are the two closest counties to Manhattan, and then the other two counties are Nassau and Suffolk. So there's 4 counties on Long Island, 2 are boroughs. I live in western Suffolk, right by the border for Nassau, and Nassau County, you can fit Brooklyn and Queens inside of Nassau. So I could drive through Nassau, Brooklyn, and Queens, and as long as there's no traffic, I'm in Manhattan like a half hour. Or I could just,
I play in my lap.
yeah.
He's a laptop.
Yeah, I'm basically right outside the city limits. Like when the Twin Towers got hit, I basically looked out the window and I'm like, oh fuck, I seen it, burning from where I am, and I drove over the bridge to the beach because you can see it perfectly, and I watched the towers come down with their widows, the firefighters' widows, who they're in there fighting the buildings, the fires, and the buildings are collapsing on them, while I'm standing on the docks with their wives, because all the FDNY they would keep their houseboats down at the dock I used to work at. So I went down there just to watch the towers drop. I'm saying, like, proximity-wise, that's how close I am to Manhattan. But ever since the left turned it into a friggin' goat rodeo, I hate Manhattan. I hate it like the fucking plague. It's a horrible place now. It really is.
Bobby, Lawrence wants to know if you like the campaign video they made for you.
Yeah, I just typed a message. Did he get it?
I have no clue.
I don't either. It's on the side of my screen where it says group chat.
No, that's for the hangout.
Yeah, that's for us. Yeah, you gotta type it in basically on the video that the one that we're doing right now that they're watching. You gotta type it on that chat on the YouTube page. It's a pain in the ass.
Where do I get that at?
Yes, you like the video.
Yeah. All right. Tell him I like the video, and we like to use it in one of our episodes.
There you go. You heard him, kids. They can watch. They're seeing us right now. These are great kids too. You got Bobby.
What I'm typing in just goes to the group we're in.
Yeah, but the kids are watching us right now. So they're
So
seeing
I
everything
just
we're
let him
talking
know that
about.
for you.
Yeah.
I
They
thought the last time I saw stuff that they typed.
Oh, that
No?
was Burnside typed it to us. He was just telling us that he was having trouble with the Wi-Fi and was
Where is
trying to fix
Burnside at
it.
anyway? I'm going to kick his ass. Where's he at? I bet he comes back with a bowl of noodles or something.
I was just going to say that. You read my mind. Yeah, but these kids of yours, they really adore you guys, you and Burnside. They really do.
Where
And
the hell is Puddin?
I don't know.
Send checks. I mean, I take
Put
checks.
in. Where are you?
Yeah, they could send in cash donations. Sure, why not?
Mr. B.
I don't know any of these guys. Freaking Himmler knows these guys. I don't know any of these guys. I don't know. He's keeping them secret or something. I don't know. Maybe he got a stash of young kids. Who knows? Fucking Nazi.
I don't know. I talked to a few of them, and they have the thing in the Discord, and I've been talking to them. I like them. They're decent kids. You know, they a few of them are actually from around here, but the rest of them are from over by your way.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know any of these guys really.
Oh, they're young. My God, they're young.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Teenagers.
sure.
Yeah,
I
teenagers. Yeah.
Himmler talks with him somehow on a video or on internet or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's Discord is what it's called. It's a communication service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pain. It takes a little bit of time to get used to mastering it, but
Yeah, I'm not on too many of these things. I think they all give you cancer anyway.
yeah, you're probably right.
I'm probably getting cancer not talking to you guys.
I look at it this way: where I live is probably going to be where they nuke. So it's a crapshoot for me anyway. Every day, you know, tomorrow might be the day that our illustrious president pisses off Kim Jong Il, and then the crazy little fuck decides he's going to blow us all to smithereens, and I wake up to see a friggin' thing coming down on me. So
Yes.
that's the way I look at life. Every day is a day that I could buy.
We went through that when I was a kid with the duck and cover. We would hide underneath the desks or really stupid shit, hide in closets because it's safe. Because there's a what did the nun tell us? There was the chalkboard in the closet that pulled down that wouldn't let radio waves come into you because of the chalkboard.
And our door's gonna be.
I mean,
I remember.
So
Me and Pat are in our 40s. I remember Reagan was the president when I was a kid, and I remember very clearly having to do duck and cover. And I remember the two movies that came out when I was younger was By the Dawn's Early Light.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think it was the Morning After.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember my father goes like this, Pachota, come in here. I go, what's up? He's like, sit down. I want you to watch this. I was in grade school at the time, too. My father used to terrify the shit out of me. You know, he used to make me watch all that sort of shit. My mother would always say to him, oh, hon, he can't watch that. No, don't worry about it, babe. He has to learn.
I remember one time my old man got a copy of Mechanics Illustrated. I think that's what it was called at that time. And there were instructions in there on how to build a bomb shelter. So he's measuring out the backyard in Burnside in Chicago. He's measuring out for a bomb shelter in our backyard. I mean, he went as far as buying shovels. Then he said, "You know what? Fuck this. You know, it's ridiculous." Yeah, he had Popular Mechanics or something. What was it called? Popular Mechanics. And he had blueprints for building a bomb shelter in your backyard. Could you imagine everybody in Chicago, in my neighborhood, digging holes for a bomb shelter?
My Uncle Sallow, he built one up over in Brooklyn. And he was telling my father about it. My father goes to him, for God's sake, Sallow, what the hell do you think you're going to come up to? That you're building a bomb shelter. He said, well, you want to survive that? He said, think about it. You're going to come up to a nuclear wasteland. There's no point in it.
You know, everybody, there was a big scare. What was it, Kennedy was president, 1962, 63 or something, before he got killed with the
pigs and the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Missiles in Russians had missiles in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody really thought, I remember on a Tribune or Sun-Times or something, they had a picture, a drawing of missile arrows going from Cuba to all the cities in Chicago, in the United States that they would hit. I mean, it was sillier than shit, really.
Oh yeah. My mother tells me about that all the time. She was young then. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
You know, and a lot of these younger people, they don't realize it. That's part of the reason it gives me hope that, like these young kids that Burnside talks to, they actually, they're not anti-American, because I deal with these little bastards every day that they walk around the streets. It drives me nuts. It really does. I mean, like, I took off his headphones now. He probably can't hear, but like Pat here, he's a veteran.
Yeah.
And when I see these kids disrespect the country, like, really?
Oh yeah.
It's sad. It really is. Like, my father's family fled here because, well, they didn't flee here, really. What it was, like, Mussolini threw the mafia out of Sicily, and Grandpa was a tailor, so he would have starved to death if he would have stayed there. So
Yeah.
they moved here. But, like, I had this kid, this leftist, say this to me. He goes like this. He said, pointing to the American flag, he said, I'm black, and that to me is a symbol of oppression. I said, really? I said, I think the slaves down in the Confederacy, when the Union showed up, would probably have a different opinion than you, young man. And he gave me the dirtiest look when I said that to him. I said, know your history, son. I said, because this flag, to me, as somebody whose family immigrated here from hard times, means hope.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Flag means that you're not going to get oppressed, that you're not going to get put down, and it means that you're not going to get friggin' treated like property by the government. That's what that flag means. Like, these kids will bitch to me.
Brainwash more kids, you know what I'm saying? They fail to get that because, they all up in their damn feelings by being fed bullshit.
Yeah. You know what? I want to, especially since we got all these younger people watching, I want to, if you guys will humor me for a second, I want you, all you younger kids, I'm going to teach you a trick. I had this conversation with Burnside because Burnside wanted to throttle somebody. He said if you seen him in D.C. trying to burn the flag. And I said, you don't do that. They got their freedom of speech, and if they bought the flag, they're allowed to do what they want with it, which is disgusting, but they are.
Yeah.
I said, but you got to get them where they breathe. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, you go like this to them. You hold this up to them and you say everything that you're complaining about in America basically is represented by this. If you really have any freaking genuine bone in your body, you'll burn this instead of that flag. And they don't want to do it for some reason. And I tell them, I go, why is it? Oh, I know what it is. You're an abuser. What do you mean I'm an abuser? Because you're picking on what's easiest. You're going to sit there and burn the flag. Well, really, this is the evil thing here. This is what you're complaining about. But you can't part with your money. You'd rather burn that flag. That's the thing. You pointed out to these leftists, they can't do it. They're hypocrites.
Yeah, they're hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
The other hypocrites. You look at this guy, Bernie Sanders, extreme left-wing comedy, socialist, whatever, but he's a freaking millionaire. And he says, don't blame me for being a millionaire. Well, then why are you preaching against this stuff? You're the millionaire. Give your money away. That's all.
Well,
You want to be a real socialist? Give your money away. Quit this crap about being millionaires. All these left-wingers, these people in Congress are all millionaires. All of them. And they're going to become, all of them are going to become millionaires. But yet they're preaching socialism. This is a capitalistic society. I want to make as much money as I can without hurting anybody and buying what I want. Keep the economy going. I want to be a socialist. A socialist is just somebody who still has some money laying around before you become a communist.
Yeah. I don't understand why they want to make themselves.
The whole world wants to be capitalist. What do you think the freaking East Germans did the first time they knocked down that wall? They went out and bought some Levi's then.
Yeah.
Don't give me that crap about the socialism. It'll work for a few years. The National Socialism in Germany, that worked for a few years. That stuff works for a few years. And that's it. People don't want that. They want to be free to make money, free to buy shit, free to do whatever they want without hurting anybody in that, of course. But the socialism, Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny, like what you're saying about the wall coming down. I remember when the wall came down and watching it on the TV, and my father cursing. He's like, son of a bitch, look at all those communists leaking out. Now, and he was right. He's like, Europe is screwed. Give it 20 years. I'll be damned if the man wasn't right. 5 years ago is when that nonsense started. And, it's sad to say they should have. And, I had this argument with people, and they tell me, Scoob, you're insensitive. You're this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, when someone's being abused and someone's been through abuse, they go to therapy, they go to counseling, they get their head straight because they got shit wrong with them. You can't just let communists walk free. And that's part of the reason I think we got a lot of these problems is because they didn't sit these people down and tell them, okay, listen, the world doesn't exist on free shit. You've been living a lie. You guys were cooped up in that fucking Iron Curtain. This is the real world. There are no magical communist unicorns. But they didn't do that. And that's the reason we got these problems. You know what I'm saying? Like that. What do you think? He's got his headphones off again.
No, he can hear you just fine.
All right. I was asking like what he thought of the situation because I was asking like I'm saying part of the reason that Europe has been having these problems the past couple of years, and part of the reasons we've been having problems here is when they let the Berlin Wall come down, they let all those friggin' communists loose, and they went to all the different universities that already had communists in there, and they like jacked it up. It's like giving it nitrous. And that's when this friggin' Red Scare shit started around here. I'm saying, like my father said years ago, when the wall came down, he's like, shit, we're screwed. Now the communists will lose. I thought, he was being hyperbolic, but I'll be damned if the old man wasn't right. He's like, Pachorta, watch, give it 20, maybe 30 years. You're going to see repercussions. Nowadays, you put on MTV, every girl is up there shaking her ass in the friggin' screen, and that's supposed to be music.
So we got a troll after us.
Oh, who's this?
Angel of Hack. Wow, it's fantastic that you guys still suck and give us ammo to make fun of you. Ever been outside of your mama's basement besides to threaten people? Nah, you just do that online. So are you IRA, Sicilian, African, mob boss, biker? I'm actually glad you're right wing.
I'm not right wing. And to clarify, because I keep getting asked this constantly, my father, his parents were from Corleone, Sicily. My mother's parents Grandpa was from County Cork, Ireland, and Grandma was from County Mayo. My grandfather was a runner during the 1916 Easter Uprising in Dublin and fought during the War for Independence in 1921 in Ireland. Grandpa was a founding member of the IRA, and he was part of the elite guard for President De Valero of Ireland. My father's father was not involved with the mafia, despite what people think. My father's father was the tailor for the local mob because he made good suits. And all the mafiosos would go to my father's father for their suits. He wouldn't give them a deal because he didn't respect them like that. And they respected him for not respecting them like that. It's a weird thing with the culture. It's a Sicilian thing you guys would have to, you have to be one of them to understand. I'm sorry. And my father worked full-time driving a cement mixer for the Teamsters Local 282. And he ran on the side a business, crab fishing, the Great South Bay, in order to try to help me get money towards college, which unfortunately he had to use towards medical bills because he does have 6 other children, and legal bills because some of my siblings were shitheads. So, yeah, I've never once claimed to be a mob boss. Again, whatever racist fucking moron is saying this shit because of my accent, I'll say it again clearly. I'm a journalist, not a mobster. And as for the threatening people, I talk rough. I'm hyperbolic. If you don't like it, suck it the fuck up and seriously, tighten up your bootstraps. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. You got me cursing now. Yeah, seriously. Whatever. Yeah, again, it's the same shit that they're going to push this stereotype of I'm a New Yorker, so naturally I'm trying to be a tough guy. Can't help it that this is my accent. This is how I sound, so sorry. Not trying to be a tough guy. Deal with it. Dickhead. Sorry about that, guys. every once in a while I got to do the disclaimer, like, no, sorry, this is just how I speak.
I don't know. I like the way you speak. I don't know.
Thank you. It's these podunks. They, for whatever reason, they hear Sicilian and they hear New York, and immediately they think that I got to be wearing a 3-piece suit, driving a Lincoln with somebody in the fucking trunk. You know?
Yeah, that's like when I was in the service too. They asked where you're from. I said Chicago. Oh, you with the mob? You know this. I said get the yeah. I'm with the mob. Everybody Italian from Chicago's with the mob. Well, not everybody.
They did the same thing when Pat was streaming with me when they first came after me. They started saying all this shit to him, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, I mean, I've heard a few of these people. They're like, oh, I'm trying to be edgy. No, you're being an asshole. That's not edgy. You're being rude. Look. You know, I'm all for these kids. They want to troll. They want to be edgy. They want to do this, that, and the third. But there's times when, you know, it's not funny and it's not gentlemanly. I can't.
That doesn't work for some people, and like I said, you know, then they try to pick up the formula, and it just doesn't do the exact same.
Oh, okay, good. The camera froze for a split second when when I was talking to you, Pat, because I thought you were deep in thought this whole time when I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, damn, he's really contemplating shit because it froze on one scene. All right. It's my computer. Okay, that's what it is. There's a little bit of lag. Unless I click on you guys, the computer freezes. Okay. Crisis averted. Yeah. But that's what these fucking people do.
You know, a lot of this stuff with these kids and their socialism that goes out the window when they start to realize, wait a minute, I got to start making a buck. I got to start making a living. I got to start getting my shit together. I got to start working on a pension. I got to start doing shit like this. They maybe in their early 30s, maybe later, but eventually they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, I better stop this stupid shit and get a job, save some money, get a pension, the whole shot.
Yeah.
It wears off. This really shit wears off.
Yeah. But it's the same time though, like they're out there doing this dumb shit, and they're saying, when I hear them saying this crazy shit, like when they're sitting there talking about the proletariat and they're screaming it at the top of their lungs, and I look at them like, are you out of your fucking mind? Seriously, I hear some of the language that they're using, and I look at them like, hey, comrade, the USSR dissolved back in the 80s. What the hell are you going on about? But they look at the same model, and they're trying to, like, say, oh, well, the U.S. is, it's the same, and, we can just make it the same as it was back then. And I'm looking at them like, why would you want that? I don't understand it. Like, I mean, I remember crystal clear the bread lines. I remember, the running joke when I was a kid was, never mind bringing American money if you go to Russia. You bring toilet paper because you get more mileage than currency over there. Why would anyone want to emulate that?
Why do people want to come here then if it's so bad?
Lawrence, feel free to hide Angel of Hack.
Yeah. Or, Lawrence, if you and any of the kids want to battle with these trolls in the chat, have at it. Seriously, you could do that too. You could do whatever you want, kid. You guys want to battle with them? You want to silence them? It's cool because, like I've said it before, I want to make it clear now to anyone listening. This show, it's for us on the panel to sit here and talk and have a good time, but we can do this off air. When we do it on air, it's for you guys. It's for the people who watch. So, basically, I'm saying that chat is yours. So anyone comes in and ruins your good time, damn the hell apart, kid. Seriously. Have fun.
How do you know how many people are watching? There
are 3 watching right now.
Yeah. So we basically got 1 heckler and two fans. So that's fine.
All right.
That's fine. I mean, they did a real number on us.
Promotion is better than no promotion whatsoever.
Exactly.
Have all the hecklers you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. They, you know what it is? They targeted the hell out of us the past few months, specifically because of me. Because, as you can see, I don't kiss a brass ring. It's not the way I'm programmed. And I didn't kiss the brass ring, so we got targeted. And it's part of the reason I love Burnside so much, like a younger brother, and part of the reason I love Dara so much. I look at her like a sister, because like they went after me and they went after the two of them, and they didn't waver. Like one of the other guys we're with too. They went after this poor guy tooth and nail, and they hurt him bad. And it's not that
Okay, wait a minute. How do you do that? How do you go after somebody? I don't get it. I
they
can
get.
unplug you. What? I don't get it.
What they do is they round people up and they do a smear campaign. And like the one guy, he went and he found some of my older websites that I had been on, and he went out on Twitter and he was instructing people to go to these websites and attack anyone I had spoken with, and tell them to not associate with me. And when that didn't work, their next step was one of the people that they stream with, this young kid. He was filming everybody for years on the sly and not telling them, and he compiled videos. Bless you. And he told people, he's like, listen, if you stream with Scooby, yeah, bless you. I'm going to release this video, and you're going to get arrested because you said a lot of shit on here. And he cut it together to make the guy look like a bastard. And he did this to a few people, and they're like, yo, I'm your friend. I think you're a great person. You never did me no dirt, but they didn't tell me I'm getting blackmailed. They're like, yo, I can't stream with you anymore. I'm getting threats and shit. And I didn't know that it was like that deep. Like some of these people had to leave the internet. And the guy who is doing this, he's this fruity bastard. And he like got obsessed with me because he's like, yeah, Scooby, I got all these people watching. I got all these fans. What do you have to say? You go fuck yourself. He's like, Scooby, I don't think you understand. I got all these fans watching. All these people, and what do you got to say? I mean, they were watching too. Oh, okay. They can go fuck themselves too.
Yeah.
And he couldn't fathom that I wasn't blown away by having this many people, with eyes on me. And he goes like this, oh, I'm going to cut like 5 videos about you. What do you think? I go, okay, impress me. Cut 20. He's like, 20? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I said, how about this? You make 20. We'll make a box set and I'll autograph it for you.
Where do they put these videos at, though? I don't know.
They're all on YouTube. He uploaded all this shit on YouTube. What this guy did, he rounded up him and a bunch of his Yahoo friends, and they made these videos and presented me in a disingenuous light. For whatever, I don't know this friggin' Yahoo from Adam, but apparently he knows everything about me because he cut 5 hours worth of videos about it.
Oh, these people got to get a job or a hobby or something.
He's got to get a life.
I mean,
This guy's his wife left him because rather than actually spend time with her and just hold her and tell her he loves her, no, he'd rather play in the computer. Seriously, he'd rather play with a bunch of people dressed in animal suits than actually tell his wife he loves her.
The only time I'm on a computer is just about like now. Other than that, I don't have a Twitter. What do you call Twitter?
Twitter.
I don't have a Facebook. None of these things. What's that other guy? I forget this other guy's name. Never mind. But these other guys put any kind of episodes we have on something called BitChute.
Yeah.
I saw BitChute. That's good. For some reason, we got knocked off of our episode 8 on YouTube. I don't know what that was about, but I don't care. Evidently, we used a song or something. I don't know what it was. It seemed like we used a song that was written or some shit.
Yeah, copyright.
But I'm not involved in any of the putting stuff on the air. Let's say I don't know what other terminology.
Yeah.
Put it on the air.
Yeah, the broadcasting set.
This
is actually
other people do that. I just make up episodes, broadcast, and I say whatever silly shit I want to say. Like I said, it's basically what we do. It's a tone pump. It's something not real. Yeah. It's a world you enter and leave because it's not really there to begin with.
Yeah. Well, that's like the problem.
Twitters and I see these little. When I look at something online, I see a little bird, little letter F, a little something else, all the icon things or whatever. I'm not on any of these things. Other guys like Himmler knows more about this shit than I do, and I don't waste my time looking into this stuff. I actually, when I do something real stupid, I go outside and have some fun. I go outside and do something.
Yeah.
I'm not in my mom's basement. I'm not a porch monkey with a freaking little screen lab. What do you call it? Laptop, whatever they
Yeah.
call it. And doing this facility. Just go outside, do something.
Ain't that bad.
Tomorrow it's gonna be nice here. Finally, we'll go plant some flowers around my house.
You know, off of it. Like I said,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's sad because I was talking to a few people. Like a lot of times I'll be walking the dog and I'll go past the schoolyard. There's no kids. They're all home playing their friggin' video games.
There's no kids.
Yeah,
No,
there's
no.
no kids. No kids in the schoolyard. Where the hell are they? They're never in there. You don't see them playing handball or basketball no more. No, they're home. They're home playing video games.
I know. You know what they started over here? I don't know if they do it in your area. We got a mall over here that there's cops or whatever, guards or whatever. You have to have a note, or if you're under 18, you got to be accompanied. Or something. They don't. There's too many kids roaming these malls and these indoor malls and starting shit. So they check their IDs, or you got to be accompanied by an adult. I don't trust a lot of adults either, but.
Yeah.
Why are these kids in these malls? They don't have any money to buy anything. What are they doing in these malls?
Well, I'm just glad at least they go into the malls by you. By me, they don't even do that. I was joking. I actually had said to somebody.
He said some of them just go in there to lounge around. Here, it's more of the fact there's not much to do for teenagers.
Yeah. Which is sad, I mean, other than trying to, get with a girl, I always found shit to do as a teenager. I mean, I didn't have half the electronic distractions these kids had either.
Yeah, so that's what I think what it was basically. Now, like all of them into their electronic devices or whatever the fuck that they're doing right now is just head is in the digital cloud.
I don't know. I was a kid, I had one of those JanSport backpacks that had the special hump on it so you could put a basketball in it too. That way I always had a ball with me in case, get a game. It's one of those things like these kids, they don't do shit.
They're glued to their telephones.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just show you guys. I've never got a phone guys you have, but can you see that this is my phone? It's the flip top. I still got one of these things.
Yeah.
I brought one of these out the other day. I was answering the phone, and a kid looked at me. A friend of mine's kid looked at me and says, what is that? I go, this is something that was invented by Star Trek. Remember when Captain Kirk would? That's what this is, you idiot. There's this kid. This is my friend of mine's daughter. She's glued to her iPad thing, whatever it is. And we're driving her going, and I'm thinking to myself, the guy's name was Roger. And I said, Roger, what would happen if we stopped and we had to get out? Your girl has not looked out the window for 1 second. We've been in the car for about a half hour. Would she even know where we're at? Would she know how to get home? Would she know any kind of monuments or any kind of thing to tell her where she was glued to this phone? Never looked out the window at all.
And that, Bobby, I can answer that easily. All she has to do is turn on Google Maps and it'll tell her exactly where she is.
Yeah, that's the thing. It becomes so reliant on it.
Oh, Google, yeah, that's good. Google something. I don't have a Google. I don't know what that was. Somebody the other day asked me, sent a text to me. He said, I don't know if Glenn or my buddy, what's this other guy's name? He looked at my phone and I had like 147 text messages. I don't know how to open up text messages. Why do people send me text messages? I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to text. Call me up on the phone or come over. I mean, I don't know this stuff. You got to commiserate in front of each other or something, but don't text message me.
I'm struggling to stay awake here.
All right.
What happened? Oh, you going to bed, Cal?
Yeah.
Sweet dreams, man. Have a pleasant evening.
I know, started out a little late.
Well, it's midnight.
Yeah, I know.
It's got to be like 1 o'clock in the morning in New York, right?
Yep, it's 1 a.m. here.
I'm gonna head out too. I don't know where Adolf Eichmann is at right now, but I'm gonna cut out too. I'm gonna grab a bowl of noodles and watch a movie. I got a disc from Walgreens, Redbox. So
Oh, nice.
I don't have internet, Netflix, whatever you call these things. I just got a disc player. And
I got
recently,
all that for my wife. It's,
I'm
I
gonna
tell
go.
you.
I got the movie. Let's see,
Hmm?
what's the Peppermint. The movie called Peppermint.
No idea.
It's something about a girl gets raped or something, and the courts don't believe her or something. So she goes and kills everybody. So I figured that's a good midnight movie.
All right, let me know how it is.
All
Maybe I'll
right.
check it out.
I'm gonna head out. Nice meeting all you guys again. I hope I live long enough to come back next week or whenever you have another one. I
Oh,
don't
you're
know
helping us a
when
wash. You'll outlive me. Come on,
see
man.
him over the weekend. So you guys all take care. God bless all you guys, and you have a nice, safe night.
You
All
too.
right.
Enjoy your movie and have a great night, Bobby.
Thank you, man. See you later.
Yep, be good.
Where the hell is Burnside?
It's still missing it, actually.
I know. It's what he does. He just disappears. Well, he'll come back eventually.
Zip. Yeah, hasn't said anything.
No, he's muted.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I think he's just got something wrong with his computer in general. Did you try hitting him up in Discord?
No?
He's a meathead. So what's first on the itinerary then, since I got both of you anyway? And since apparently we got to keep doing this live until Burnside comes back, I'll tell you guys this right now. We wind up ending the stream. We'll just leave and see how long. Watch, the stream will go for 8 hours with Burnside just leaving the freaking
You want me
episode
to
going.
actually kill the stream now?
It's up to you guys. I mean, do you feel like still performing on air for everybody? I mean, no offense to the guys watching the chat.
I know Pat's tired.
Yeah. So, look, okay, everyone watching, as a courtesy, because, Pat just went through hell in a handbasket trying to get over, like, 2 states. Yes. But to be fair, Texas is, like, the size of Europe, so. Yeah. So, we're going to kill, we're going to, yeah, we're going to kill the stream, definitely. So.
All right, give me just a minute, okay?
Yeah, sure, not a problem, Tara. Take your time. You got anything you want to say before we kill it, Pat? Oh, all right. Tara hopped out because she's hopping into Burnside's thing. Well, in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. Wow, it's so quiet without the feedback from her computer. That really does sound like a friggin' snowblower. Well, anyway, I guess since I have the floor, thank you very much for tuning in. We've had a very fun evening, I guess, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I guess it was a lot of fun. We didn't get nearly as much of the stuff we normally get accomplished on a Friday night stream accomplished. We were supposed to actually have a debate tonight with somebody that came through, but because we had such a late start, a 2-hour delay, the debate went through. Plus, also, the other thing that had happened was I was actually supposed to cover something tonight, didn't get a chance to cover that. And the other thing that was supposed to go down was one of our stream mates actually had a synopsis of a video series that he's been doing. He was going to do an introduction for. And seems like pretty much all of that went through. Fell through. But here's the thing. What is going to happen is we're going to be covering everything on Sunday night. So, yeah, you guys definitely tune in on Sunday. And it's going to be on Burnside's channel. And, oh, there you guys are.
And it doesn't give me the option to kill the stream.
Oh, what? You tried? Did you try going in on his profile and you can't kill it?
No, I can't kill it via yours because he's on your account.
Ah. Well, that does suck.
I know what I'm going to do.
Mm.
I'm going to text Night Crow.
There you go. You know what? Don't even bother. Let's just all hop out to hang out and we'll start a different one on the side. That's all.
No, I'd like for this to be killed.
Oh, okay. How come?
Well, because he's still in it and it's still going to stream.
Yeah, I know. I want to see how long it streams. Let's see. But seriously, I'll start shilling it out to people.
I already shilled it.
They go like what 8 hours before they complete
8
Yeah.
hours.
They go 8 hours before they complete the job. I'm like he fell asleep on the kid. And everybody's just like, yeah, he's out. He can't
So do you,
do this.
I mean, it's on your account, so do you really want it to keep streaming?
Yeah, you could text Nitro and see if he wants to kill the thing. I just, like, I'm curious to see, like, how, can you imagine if this thing keeps going and I wake up tomorrow and it has, like, 400 views? Like, what the fuck?
Like, damn, what's that?
Yeah, right, seriously. Like, the whole, I'll go into the chat, it's just full of people having a conversation. Like, what the hell? That would be kind of cool, actually. Ugh, man, I'm exhausted myself. I was supposed to try to come out there to see you guys this weekend because I wanted to go down to check out Cedar Key because I found property down there.
Well,
And, yeah, unfortunately, though, I'm in the process of trying to buy a car, too. So it was the decision of go down and look at the house or buy the car. And I told my wife, I said, let me get the car first because then I can drive down. It's cheaper. That's the one thing. So basically, that's what I'm trying to do right now is pull everything together, get a car, and put it on the road. I got a car now, but I told Tara it's part of the reason I've been having a tough time. I'm supposed to get the transmission fixed, and the transmission ain't. It's just cheaper to buy another car. Fix the transmission on the other one slowly, when I get the money together for it. It's just too expensive right now. Yeah, it sucks. Because my wife has the lease. She's got a 2018 Acura ILX, but she's taking a goddamn beating on the amount of money she's paying for the thing. She's selling out about like $600 a month for this thing, give or take a few hundred. It's ridiculous. Ugh. So, Terry, did you hit him up?
Yeah, I did. He said he's going to tell him.
Why? What the hell is he doing?
I have no fucking clue. All I said was, I told him, please tell Burnside to come and kill the stream. We can't reach him. And he said, okay.
All right. Well, for the kids who are watching, sorry. I hope that it's nothing severe that Burnside was.
Oh my God! It's a Diogenes.
Oh, D is in the server in the chat, huh?
Yeah, he says faggot.
D, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Miss you. That's cool. I'm glad to see D still alive. I haven't talked to the guy in a minute.
Yeah, I thought maybe he pissed somebody off and they killed him.
That would have actually been believable. Diogenes is a wild man. D, hit me up, please. Seriously, when you get a chance. Either Minds or Discord. I'm usually never on mine, so you better off hit me up through Discord.
Huh? External? I have no fucking clue. Burnside gave it to me.
So I can try to look it up.
It's really good though.
It has a microphone.
Oh yeah. They used to get feedback from me because the laptop's microphone would be running, and so would the camera's microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, so the camera got a microphone too?
Mm-hmm.
On this computer, the friggin' microphone got a microphone.
He says, busy working 60-hour weeks, got dragged into double murder, moved and started a polytriad with 2 females, threw one out, living life.
Awesome. D, you better definitely hit me up, man, when you get a chance.
We don't know.
We gotta catch up.
Pat's
Burnside's back.
or if he's making it up. So I told him, we don't know.
Burnside wants to know what he missed. Burnside, Diogenes is in the chat. That's what you missed. He's back with us. He's amongst the living. Bro, I really thought that you were in India at this point. Seriously. That's the only thing I figured, you know what, he must have went to that color festival and he got lost in the sauce.
There he is.
With his pipe.
Where did you go? Can't hear you.
Still muted.
Can't hear you. Nope, can't hear shit. How about you unplug that piece of shit headset?